My name is John Bronson. I'm a Penn State graduate and also football letterman of the class from 2000 to 2004. And I'd like to thank Maurice Humphrey and also Eric Harold for giving us this platform to be able to speak about our experience at Penn State and also talk a little bit about Joe Paterno. And, I have a few key things that I'd like to speak about. And I tell you what, being a kid from Kent, Washington, to be able to come to Penn State I'm forever grateful for. It's an opportunity that most don't have, especially being from the West Coast and being from Washington, to be able to go to such a great, prestigious school like Penn State and to get an education and also have a great football career there as well. Joe was one of those people that really spoke of the importance of education and really made sure that we lived it out. I remember when I came from my recruiting trip and was talking to my parents, and he made it crystal clear that, look, I'm not sure how I would pan out as a football player at Penn State, but he assured that I would get an education. That's something that I know my parents really appreciated, and also I appreciate as well. A lot of things that Joe put into place, maybe other schools, other programs would have let slide, like going to class and being in class on time. I remember we had class checkers, and they literally would show up at the class and check to make sure that you not only were in class, but that you were there on time. And things like study hall. We would have freshmen, we have to go to study 2 or 3 hours a night after practice. And so these small things, these things that Joe put into place for us to be able to have success was so important, and especially later in our lives as we would know it, to be able to utilize and become better men and also better pillars in society. And so another big thing was the importance of drive and hard work. Joe was, I remember sitting in a squad meeting, and a squad meeting is basically where we all come together and right before a practice or a big event or something as a team. And I was sitting in the front row there, and he had made this comment about having it in 3 places, and you have to have it in your mind, and also in your heart, and also in your body, and you could not just have it in one place, one of the 3. It had to be in all 3. And so driving, being the best, working as hard as you can to obtain those goals, to have it in your mind, your heart, and also in your body, was something that is overly important. And Joe stressed to make sure that we could be the best that we could be. The importance of humility. This is something that, again, a lot of coaches, a lot of mentors maybe would have overlooked. The importance of humility. Joe stressed that, and you could tell it. Every time we went to an away game, we had to wear suits. Even our uniforms were playing. We had no names on our jerseys. We wore black shoes. We, as you guys know, had basic white helmets with a stripe. Everything that we did, even as freshmen at that time, we couldn't talk to the media. So everything we did was about being humble and being a force that wasn't necessarily a talking force, but one you showed by action. And these are things that Joe really helped us to understand, and quite frankly, again, as we know, it helped. I can show you a lot of guys throughout their lives and outside of after Penn State and things like that. I want to talk a little bit about Coach Franklin, and I had the chance to meet Coach Franklin one time a few years back, and met him in his office. And 3 things that I really liked about Coach Franklin, I really got out of, is that number one, he's caring. And you can really feel it, that he's a caring person, not only with his own family, but also with the players and all of his staff. And he really feels it, and that's something I really respect about him. Relatable, being able to relate to his players is something that is overly important, and that you can really see that characteristic out in everyday operations. And he's passionate, just overly passionate about what he's doing, and the job that he has, and not only with the football team, but bringing the community together and making people better, and help making lives better. These are things that I really respect from Coach Franklin. I really believe that he'll have continued success just on the path that he has been doing. And so, with all of that, I have been so privileged and blessed to be able to be amongst a lot of people, a lot of Penn Staters, and I cannot be more thankful for the opportunity from everybody, from all of my coaches who drove us every day. Obviously, Coach Paterno and Coach Johnson and Jay, and there's so many coaches that I've Coach Norwood, a lot of coaches that I've been privileged to have during my time at Penn State. All my teammates. I mean, without the brotherhood of my teammates, and I'd be in a different place. And so, being able to help keep us accountable and help each other grow. All the staff, I mean, everybody, from the academic, from helping me to be able to graduate, to the training staff, to the strength conditioning staff, to everybody, counselors, the whole nine. Without all of you, me personally, and I can tell you many other teammates, would have been a different road and a different path. And also the fans. Without the fans, without you guys, us as players, we'd be a different place. So we'd like to thank all of you guys, and really from the bottom of our heart, I really appreciate this opportunity to be able to speak with you guys. And we are Penn State.